Hey, this is Dan Cordell for the Film Practice. I get a lot of questions by both actors and public speakers about the best way to memorize text for their performances. Now, as performers, actors and public speakers have a lot in common, and yet, when it comes to dealing with text, there's often a difference between the two. So what I thought I would do is make two parts to this video. The first part will focus on the actor's concerns, and the second part will really be for public speakers. However, if you're interested in becoming a better performer, I suggest you watch both because there are issues that I'll raise in each video that pertain to becoming a better performer. I'm really looking forward to digging into this, and I hope you enjoy these videos. Hey, this is part one of this video on memorizing text, and this part is for the actors. I know that one of the most exciting things that happens when you're preparing for a play or a film is when you get the script and you read it. And inevitably, in those moments, you pay special attention to the words you're going to be saying and the relationship that you're going to be having with other characters in the play. I believe that the way you approach the script at the very beginning, when you first get it, has a lot to do with what the outcome of your experience will be in that play or that movie. So I thought I would talk a little bit about that, and this will take the shape somewhat of a reflection, because there's a lot really going on when we get those scripts. The first thing is you might be on a deadline where you have 2 days to memorize the script, or maybe even less. Sometimes you might have a lot of time. And so there can be created this sense of a rush, to get these words memorized in such a way that you can deliver a good performance. And sometimes those feelings can give you a lot of energy, and sometimes they can really work against you. If they give you energy, that's great, and that will definitely help you learn the lines faster. If they do the opposite, which is give you a sense of worry, then what oftentimes happens is you feel a sense of obligation to learning the lines. And the obligation might be in order to, let's say, do a good job, or to please the director or producer, or not to look bad, as an actor when you get into the rehearsal room. It can take on many forms, and the problem with that is that once you start thinking that way, then your memorization takes on this quality of a burden, where you feel like you have to do this, that you're under the gun. And those kind of thoughts are almost always disconnected from the needs of the character you're going to play. So what you want to do is you want to slow down, and you want to begin by encountering the character as if they are a manifestation of yourself. I know that might sound crazy, but what you want to do is you want to think, okay, I am the character. What do I want in this particular time, which is represented by the script? And you may discover that what you want is something that you can very easily feel impassioned about. And then the question is, how do I use the words that are given to me in this text to get the things that I want? If you keep what you want in your heart and in your mind as you are reading the text, then automatically the task moves from being a feeling of obligation, right, to either your own ego or to the other egos involved in this project, toward getting what you want as a person who is being realized through the character in this project. That completely changes the way you approach the text, and it creates a situation where memorization happens almost on its own. If you fall into the trap of this feeling of obligation, where you're trying to memorize the text for the sake of your own ego or to please other people, it becomes much harder to learn the lines. And once you do learn them, you may find, because of the kind of repetition that you've had to go through to learn those lines, that they've become locked in a pattern that is really connected to the symbols on the page. And so when you say the words, they will almost occur to the listener and the viewer as text, as symbolic, rather than as feelings and thoughts. So then you're going to have to go through a period where you're going to need to bring life into that pattern that you've created. And that will involve loosening up and working on blocking and working on your operative words and on scanning the text so that you give the right things emphasis, so that you take the breaths in the right place, so that hopefully through that process, which is technical, you will breathe life into this thing which you have kept from living. Now, there are actors who approach all their work that way and who are very good at it. However, I think it's better to approach the work from an organic place. So when you get the script, relish the moment when you encounter this character who is really yourself in this space and time within the conditions and parameters laid out by the script. Those are the words that are going to enable you to get the things you want as yourself and as the character. I hope this has been helpful to you, and if it has been, please subscribe to my channel because it'll make it easier for you to see more of these videos. Thanks so much for watching, and best of luck in your next project.